3-2-1 rule for backup and disaster recovery. We have the 3 copies of data. We want to make sure we maintain 3 copies to avoid data loss from hardware and software failures. We want to make sure that those backups are located on 2 different media types. For example, a hard drive and a cloud storage, which is usually best because hard drives are very fast to recover from, but cloud is usually, if it's done correctly and set up with the right software, cloud solution will be where you're going to be able to recover if your physical hardware is dead or your office is caught on fire or whatever else might cause it. And we are very strict about the one side of it, one offsite copy. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. We have tons of clients that we started working with to find out that their backups are amazing and encrypted and all that fun stuff, but they're located physically on the same room, in the same room as the original backup. So if you have a physical fire, flood, whatever it is, your backups will go down with the original data. That's a problem. But at the same time, if somebody is breaking into your office and just stealing the equipment, if all you rely on is an external drive, for example, that might be stolen also. If you even have a second computer server for your backup destination in the same room, that is a problem as well, potentially. Offsite backup doesn't necessarily mean cloud, by the way. We have clients that have 2 locations. They keep an offsite backup on their second location that is not their headquarters. So that's another way to look at it. And by the way, 2 different media types, hard drives are great, but if you look at the 3 copies, 3 copy means that you're going to have a mirror drive on your server. So your data is residing on 2 physical hard drives in your server. Yeah, it's not a backup, but it is another location, another copy of your data. So a mirror drive plus a backup server in your office, or backup drive even, or NAS that used to be backed up, network attached storage, all those can be a secondary location in the office, but then we want to add the one offsite copy of the data over the backup as well. Encryption and automation is another important part. We have to worry about data encryption because if the backup is stolen, or if the backup destination where it's located is breached, if somebody is breaching your network and the data is accessible, a lot of hackers actually inject malware into the backup as well. And when you recover from everything and you work on it for a week and spend all this time and money to recover and deal with downtime, whatever, now you're infected again because the data that was backed up was injected with a virus, for example. So the data encryption is important, not just for the data loss, but also for the ability for the hackers to inject malware inside of it. The data backup automation has a lot of benefits. For example, eliminating the human error, or just like our client that just suffered through some stuff now with change of management, change of CFO or CPA. They forgot to deal with training the new person in that role that they need to do that backup for them. Eliminating the human factor, the human error, will be amazing. And also usually backup automation systems will allow us to provide not just the reports that everything is working fine, but also our system that we use for Gallop. One of the crazy things that I love about it is that when we do a backup to the cloud, we have a full backup of our client servers and workstations, etc. We back them up to a local appliance in their office, but also send a copy of it every night of whatever changed since the last backup to our secured cloud environment. And there, what's amazing, and I think anybody should be signing up with a solution like that. There's many vendors that do that, by the way. What happens there is that our software, our cloud provider, allows us to turn on a virtual environment from the backed up server, and we can see a screenshot to show a proof that from the backup software, from the backup files that we have uploaded to the cloud, we can turn on that machine, that Windows or Linux operating system, to show us ourselves that it is getting to the point that it's turned on and the login screen shows up. That is a proof that the backup is working, but it's not enough for us. We're also going to obviously simulate some disaster recoveries down the road. We'll talk about that in a second. That's the next step, is to enhance the backup security. When we combine the encryption and automation, this is really the ideal way to have a good backup disaster recovery strategy for small businesses.